welcome to today's stick mobility class. I am Coach Ray. Thank you for joining us on Instagram Live. So we're gonna wait a minute to let some other people join in. But today we are gonna need 2 6-foot sticks. I have 2 6-foot sticks here. Also have a pad for us to kneel on later. I have a bench to do some seated drills that we're gonna get into today. And I'm also gonna use a squat rack, has basically like a door frame, or a wall, something for you to press in against. So we are gonna get into some core drills, some hip drills, some upper body stuff today. Kind of gonna work through everything slowly. Okay, so what we'll do here is I'll actually start with both of my 6-foot sticks here, okay? And so we're first gonna start off with working with the feet and ankles here, all right? So I'm gonna take a horse stance, okay? I'm gonna have my toes pointed forward here. I wanna have the sticks angled, I wanna have both sticks angled about roughly 6 to 8 inches in front of the line of my toes here, or in front of my toes. And I'm gonna grip the sticks at about shoulder height, okay? Now what I'm gonna do from here, getting into that horse stance, keeping my pelvis stacked under my spine, I'm gonna first bring up both of my heels, coming up as high as I can without the level of my hips changing, coming up on all 5 toes, okay? Then I'm gonna come back down slowly. I wanna make sure my heels do not touch the floor here. Keep your heels elevated off the floor. We're gonna come back up, hold, good, back down. Do not let your heels touch the ground at all, okay? We're gonna come up again. Knees are going to track forward. Hold, back down. Excellent. 2 more times, come up. Hold, back down. Good. Let's go one last time. Up, hold, hold, good, and down. Excellent, good. And so now I'm gonna change it up a little bit by actually going into a little bit more of a wider stance. And I'm gonna shift most of my weight onto one foot as we go through the ankle and foot drills here, okay? And so I'm gonna have a wider stance, okay, not too wide. I'm actually gonna pick up both sticks. I'm gonna move them over just a little bit, just to make sure that as I'm shifting over, I'm still centered where the sticks are. So I'm gonna start on my right side, okay? I'm gonna shift my weight to my right side. I'm shifting my knee over to my right side, left leg is straight. What I'm gonna do from here is I'm gonna bring that heel up, all 5 toes on the floor, hold, good, and then back down. Excellent, don't let the heel touch the floor. Come up again, good. Now I'm gonna shift my ankle laterally. So I'm gonna shift my ankle inwards. So I'm gonna come on a big toe on my right foot, good. And now I'm gonna shift outwards, and I'm gonna have my pinky toe on the ground when my big toe comes up a little bit. Shift back to center, and then down. Good, don't let the heel touch the floor. Bring it back up again. Good. Shift that ankle in, or shift that heel in. Good. Now shift outwards. Good. Back to center and down. Let's go one more time. If it's too much stimulus, just shift your hips back over into the middle. Okay? Heel up. Good. Shift in. Good. And then shift out. Good. Back to the center and down. Good. Come back up. Now we're going to go over to the opposite side, right? So only do as much as you can control, right? If you can't move the ankle laterally that much, that's fine. Just work with whatever range you have. So I'm going to shift the weight to the left, right? And we're going to bring my left heel up, all 5 toes on the floor. Want to maintain that contact the entire time here. Okay, only come up as high as you can handle. Then you're gonna bring that heel back down. Good, without it touching the floor. Now I gotta bring that left heel back up again. Good. I'm gonna shift my ankle inward, okay? Now I'm gonna shift my ankle outward. Okay, we're trying to get all those tissues warmed up here. Bring it back to center and down without the heel touching the floor. Okay, we're gonna come up again. Good. Shift the ankle inwards. All right. Now we're going to go outwards. Good. Back to center and down. Excellent. We're going to go one more time here. Heel up. Good. Shift the ankle inwards. Awesome. Now out. Good. Back to center and down. Good. Going to come out of it and perfect. Okay. And so now we're going to do here, I'm going to place one stick down. So I'm going to use the rack here as if it's a wall. So if you have the corner of a wall here, this would be perfect to put the stick against. We're going to be in a standing up position. And what I want to do from here is I want to make sure the bottom of the stick is in line with my hips here. Okay, because we are going to add in some rotation while working on stretching out this back hip here. So I'm going to have my right foot forward first. Okay, I'm going to have my left foot back. I want to keep this left hip facing forward the entire time. And I want to have the stick, my right hand on the stick, at the end of the stick, directly in line with my chest here. What I'm going to do first is I'm going to load my hips a bit by dropping my weight down. Okay, I'm going to lightly push this stick into the wall here, generate a little bit of tension, and I'm going to squeeze that left glute here. Okay, keep this hip in extension. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to bring this right hand up, and I'm going to rotate and bring my left hand across, reaching, okay, hold, good, breathe, and bring it back, keeping that hip extension, good, keep that tension going. Let's go again. Bring that right hand up and over, reach across with that left. Really try to get that active thoracic rotation here, okay? And keep this knee in line with the toes. We're gonna come back over again. Let's go one last time and then we'll switch sides. Good, bring that right hand up and over, reach across. Breathe. Good. Slowly come back. And perfect. Now we're going to switch sides here, okay? So I'm going to turn around. Now that inside leg is forward, so now my left leg is forward. The bottom of the stick is still in line with my left hip here, okay? This is just to make sure that we're rotating, the stick is at a good pivoting point for the hips here. So what I'm going to do, be on the back foot, on the ball of my all 5 toes, load the hips a bit, okay? Arm is going to be straight. Left arm is going to be straight. Gripping at the end of the stick here. Squeeze this right glute. Drive that stick into the wall. Bring that left hand up and over and reach that right arm across. Keep this shoulder blade down. Breathe. Good. We're going to come up and over. Excellent. Good. We're going to do that again. Keep that tension of driving the stick into the wall. Bring that left hand up and over. Reach across with the right. Hold. Still squeezing that right glute. Okay? We have to ensure we keep that hip extension, stretching out that interior sling system here. You're going to bring it back up and over. Good. Let's go one last time. Okay? Keep that glute flexed. Bring that left hand up and over. Reach across with the right. Hold. Good. Come out slow. And relax. Good. So we're getting the hips. We're also getting some rotation in the spine there. Okay? Now what we're going to do here is I'm actually going to take the second stick and we're going to do some active hip hinging rotation. So I'll go from a side profile like so, okay, so you can see the distance. So I'm going to go with a wide stance, about roughly shoulder width apart here, okay. The stick is about roughly 8 to 12 inches in front of my toes here. So I'm gonna grip, I'm actually gonna grip a little bit below shoulder height here, okay? Now what I'm gonna do from here is I'm first gonna lightly drive the sticks into the floor, okay? And then I'm gonna reach my arms out, driving my hips back, hinging. Good, straightening those arms out. So what we're doing here is we're opening up that thoracic spine for some extension here, okay? So we're gonna hold this position, still lightly driving those sticks into the ground, about 20% tension, nothing too significant. Good, now we're gonna come back up. Bring the sticks back in a little bit, ease off tension. We're gonna do that again, but this time we're gonna add some rotation. So if you need to adjust the sticks to be a little bit closer in distance, and do so. So we're gonna lightly drive the sticks into the floor, okay? Extend those hands out, drive those hips back, get that hip hinge going, okay? Now I'm gonna rotate both sticks to my left, and I'm gonna keep my eyes to the floor, okay? Now what I'm gonna do from here is I'm gonna pull my left shoulder back and push my right shoulder forward. I'm gonna get a little bit more rotation. Then I'm gonna bring my shoulders back to where they were. We're gonna bring the sticks back up overhead. Now I'm gonna go to the opposite side, okay? And I'm gonna do that same thing. I'm gonna pull my right shoulder back and I'm gonna push my left arm forward, or left shoulder forward. So it gets a little bit more thoracic rotation. Come back to neutral. Bring the sticks back up overhead. And come up and out. Perfect. Let's do one more time here, okay? So drive sticks into the ground, 20% tension, okay? Extend those hands out. Good. Drive those hips back. Okay? Rotate to the right. Push your right shoulder forward, left shoulder back. Get that rotation. Good. Bring your shoulders back to where they were. Now we're going to come back up overhead and then go to the right. Rotate to the right here. Okay? Push that left shoulder forward, pull that right shoulder back. Good. Bring it back to neutral. Bring the sticks back up overhead. And stand back up. Awesome. So now we open up the spine a little bit. I'm going to drop one stick again. And now we're going to do a little bit of kayaking here. Okay? I tend to like to use this as a way to warm up the shoulders. And so what I'm going to do, grip out the ends of the sticks, or towards the ends of the stick. I'm going to take that horse stance. Okay? But what I want to do here, I actually want to kind of squat down a little bit lower than usual here, right? So typically the horse stance is here. I actually want to get a little bit lower here. Okay, try to keep the pelvis under the spine here. Okay, I'm going to grip the ends of the stick. Okay, lightly compress. I'm going to bring that right hand up, and I'm going to bring that right hand through here. Okay, left shoulder comes up and over, and I want you to keep your speed matched to mine. Okay, good. Try to keep a little bit of a lower squat here. Okay, I want to stay active. Breathe. Feel the shoulder blades gliding along the rib cage. Good. Keep going. Going. Breathe. Good. Now we're going to reverse directions. So now I'm going to go backwards. Still in that active horse stance here. Try to keep the spine facing forward the best you can. If you're getting pain here, reduce that range of motion here. Okay? Breathe. Good. Keep going. A few more seconds. 3, 2, 1. and excellent. Good. All right, so now that concludes the warm-up for today. We kind of went through a little bit of everything. So now we're actually going to first start off with a little bit of a core drill or a rotational drill. So again, I'm going to use the rack has a door frame. If you have a door frame that you can use, that'd be perfect. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to be in a split stance, but I'm not going to be have my feet too far back, meaning I'm not going to have a huge split stance like this. It'll be more of a moderate, okay? And I'm also going to have the base of my feet a little wide here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have my inside leg forward, okay? And I want to place the end of the stick right where either the door frame or wall is here, okay? Now what I'm going to do from here, I'm going to drop my knees just a little bit, okay? I want to load my hips a bit here. I want to make sure I'm up tall, nice and tall. I want to keep both arms bent at 90 degrees, okay? Now what I'm going to do from here, I'm going to make sure I'm gripping the stick. And now I'm going to pull with the inside hand and I'm going to reflexively push with the outside. And I want to be about 60% tension here. You should feel the obliques and a little bit of the lats working here. Hold. 3, 2, 1, ease off. Good. We're going to do a few more here. We're going to slowly ramp up that tension. Also on the back foot, you're flat on that back foot here. Okay? So from here, arms at 90 degrees. Good. Now pull that right hand in, push with the left like you're trying to rotate to your right. Should be a 70% tension. Hold. 3, 2, 1, ease off. Good. Okay, we're going to do 2 more. Now we're going to be at 80%. Okay? So from here, drop those hips, so load the hips. Good, arms 90 degrees. Pull with that inside hand. You're trying to create a bow and a stick. Hold. 80%. 3, 2, 1, ease off. Excellent. We're going to go one last time, okay? We're going to shorten the duration. We're going to be at about 90 to 95% max tension here, okay? Load those hips, okay? Arms at 90 degrees. All right, 90%. Pull. Hold. 3, 2, 1, ease off. Perfect. Now we're going to switch sides here, okay? So now, I'm going to have my inside leg forward. So now it's going to be my left foot here, okay? Take that wide base, that wide stance here. Arms are at 90 degrees. Okay, we're going to do the same thing we do on the other side. I want to start at 60%, okay? So from here, load the hips. Good. Now pull with that inside hand. Push to the right. Pull. Hold. 3, 2, 1, ease off. Good. We got 3 more. Now we're at 70%. Load the hips. Arms at 90 degrees. Pull with that inside hand. Hold. Good. 3, 2, 1, ease off. Good. We got 2 more. Okay. 80% this time. Load the hips. Arms in. Pull. Hold. 3, 2, 1. Ease off. Last one, 90 to 95% max tension. Okay. Load the hips. Good. Elbows in. And pull. Hold. 3, 2, 1. Ease off. Excellent. Good. Okay. So now I'm going to take that pad or pillow, whatever you have at your disposal here. Okay. I'm gonna place it on the floor. So again, I'm gonna use the corner of this squat rack as if it's a wall, okay? And so what I'm gonna do here is I'm actually gonna do a reverse bow and arrow from a half kneeling position, kind of work on the obliques here a bit. So I'm gonna place that right knee down, or an inside leg down, and on the back leg, I wanna have my toes into the floor. So I wanna dorsiflex that ankle, make sure I'm digging that big toe into the ground, okay? Generate that power. The bottom of the stick is angled in line with my hips here, okay? Now what I'm gonna do, you may need to adjust your position, so I'm gonna adjust a little bit over here. I'm gonna place my left hand up over the top. My thumb is facing down towards the floor, hand is away. What I'm gonna do from here, left arm is up or as straight as I can possibly get it. Now from here, what I wanna do, I wanna drive that back foot into the floor, squeeze that glute. I wanna extend that left hand up. I'm gonna place this right hand on the stick, right about where my hips are, and now I'm gonna pull with that right hand and pushing up with that left, about 60%, hold, 3, 2, 1, ease off. You're gonna get a lot of lat engagement here, right? A little bit of obliques as well. So we're gonna do that same thing again. We're gonna go a couple more repetitions here. So arm up, right hand out, okay? I wanna drive the stick into the wall with both hands actually. And I'm gonna pull that right hand, extend that left hand up, hold, 3, 2, 1, ease off. Excellent, we're gonna go one more time here, okay? Good. Hand up, okay? Squeeze that right glute. Wanna push the stick into the corner of the wall. I'm gonna pull that right hand in. Extend that left hand up. Hold. 3, 2, 1, ease off. Excellent. Now we're going to flip around and do the other side here. I'm going to place my inside leg down. Okay. Stick is still in line with the hips here. I'm going to place my right hand up over the top. All right. I'm digging my back, the big toe of my left foot into the ground. Drive that foot down, squeeze that left glute, drive the stick into the corner of the wall, and I'm gonna pull in that left hand, reach up with the right, hold, 3, 2, 1, ease off. Excellent, should be at about 60 to 70% tension here, okay? Gonna go again, 2 more, arm straight. Okay, drive the big toe into the floor, squeeze that left glute, push stick into the wall, pull that left hand in, reach up with that right, hold, 3, 2, 1, ease off. Excellent, we're gonna go one more time here, okay? Drive that big toe into the floor, squeeze that left glute, drive stick into the wall, pull that left hand in towards your hip. Hold. 3, 2, 1, ease off. Good. Okay. So now what we're going to do here, I'm going to take both sticks, and so I'm actually going to move the pad over. I'm going to move this bench over a little bit as well. Okay. And so we're going to go to a seated position. So we're going to do some hip drills from here. What we're first going to focus on is activating those anterior tissues. So we're going to activate those hip flexor tissues here, okay? So you are going to need both sticks, okay? Now, I'm sitting at the edge of the bench. The bottoms of the sticks are going to be angled behind my heels, okay? And so what I'm going to do from here, I want to bring the sticks in a bit, and I want to have my hands at roughly about shoulder height, okay? So what I'm going to do first, I'm going to drive both sticks into the floor. Try to be up tall. Should be at about 60%. Just trying to activate the core. Get those tissues ready. Hold. 3, 2, 1. Ease off. Good. We're going to go through another activation. I want you to change the placement of your hands. So now I'm going to bring my hands up overhead, okay? Not fully overhead, but overhead enough, right? So I'm actually right around where the grips are. We do the same thing, gonna activate, but now we're just lengthening that lever here. So from here, try to stay up tall, drive those 60s to the ground, 60%. Bring the ribs to the hips, okay? So try not to overextend your back. You wanna try to keep your back neutral, bring those ribs down. Hold. 3, 2, 1, ease off. Excellent. So now we're going to add in some hip flexion here. Okay? So we're going to start with the left leg. Okay? Hands are at roughly about shoulder height again. Okay? It's going to be the best position to create that tension and that leverage here, right? So from here, I want to drive the sticks down first. Both sticks down. I want to lightly press my right foot into the floor. I'm going to bring this left hip up as high as I can. Hold. 3, 2, 1. Bring that left foot back down. Relax. Ease off that tension. Okay? We're going to do 2 more, then we're going to switch to the right side. Drive both sticks down about 60%. Drive that right foot into the floor lightly. Bring that left knee up. Flex that hip. Hold. Try to be as tall as you can. Good. 3, 2, 1. Bring that foot back down. Ease off that tension. Okay, we're gonna go one more time. Arms straight. Okay, shoulders down. Drive the sticks to the floor. Drive that right foot into the floor. Bring that left knee up. Hold. Hold. Good. 3, 2, 1. Bring that foot back down. Ease off that tension. Good. Now we're going to switch over to the right side. Okay? So arms straight. Drive both sticks down. Drive that left foot into the floor lightly. Bring that right hip up. Try to stay up tall. Hold. 3, 2, 1. Good. Bring that foot back down. Ease off that tension. Okay? Same thing again. Arms straight, shoulders down. Drive 60 to the floor. Left foot into the floor. Bring that right knee up. Hold. You should feel a lot of those interior tissues in your hip working. 3, 2, 1. Back down. Excellent. We're going to go one more time. Okay? Also, if you're getting a little bit of a pinch in the hips, try bringing your foot out or your hip out a little bit more, right? One more time. Drive 60 to the floor. Drive that left foot into the floor. Bring that right hip up. Stay up tall. Hold. 3, 2, 1. Ease off. Excellent. So now we're going to switch back over to the left side. This time we're going to add in knee extension. However, we're going to do it in repetitions, okay? So the hip never comes out of hip flexion. We're just going to repeatedly extend the knee. This is going to be a little challenging. So only do what you can handle, right? If you can't get the knee all the way up here, then that's fine, right? So arms straight, shoulder width, shoulder height, okay? Drive both sticks into the floor. Want to drive my right foot into the floor lightly. Bring my left hip up. Try to keep it up as high as you can, okay? I'm going to extend that knee. Hold, back in. Good. Extend. Back in. Extend. Back in. Extend. Back in. Let's go 4 more. Extend. In. Good. Extend. In. 2 more. Extend. In. Last one. Extend. Hold. Back in. And down. Excellent. Good. We're going to switch over to the right side. It's a lot harder holding that knee up the entire time. Okay? So, same thing. Drive both sticks down. Drive that left foot into the floor here. Okay? Bring that right hip up. Extend that knee out. Hold. In. Extend. In. Extend. In. Good. Extend. In. Halfway there. Good. Extend. In. 3 more. extend, in, 2 more, extend, in, last one, extend, hold, and back in, back down, and relax. Okay, so good. So that concludes the strength training portion. Kind of went through some seated drills, right? So I'd like to add those in. Now I'm gonna move this over just a little bit. And that pad that we had earlier, I'm gonna bring that pad back out. So since we did some work on that anterior part of the hip here, now we're gonna stretch it out a bit. So for this, you wanna use either, typically like a couch or something soft for you to kind of put your foot on. So what I wanna do here, I'm gonna bring the pad a little closer to the bench, and I'm gonna start with my right foot forward, okay? And I'm gonna place the top of my left foot on the bench, and I'm gonna lower myself or lower my knee down, okay, if you can manage this. If being here is too much, you can always kind of shift forward on this right leg a little bit more to take off some of that tension, okay? So I want the sticks to be back a little bit behind my right heel here, okay? What I'm gonna do first, I'm gonna go through some activation. So I'm gonna drive the sticks down about 15%. I'm gonna drive the top of my foot into the bench, and then I'm gonna squeeze my left glute. Hold, 3, 2, 1, ease off. Good. Let's go through a few more. So what we're doing here is we're getting all those interior tissues and the quads to stretch out here. Let's go again. Drive the sticks into the ground, 15 to 20%. Drive the top of the foot into the bench. Squeeze that left glute or tuck that pelvis in. Hold. 3, 2, 1. Ease off. Good. Let's go 2 more here. All right. Drive the sticks down. Drive the top of the foot into the bench. Squeeze the glute. Extend the hip. 3, 2, 1. Ease off. Good. Let's go one more time here. All right. Drive sticks to the floor. Drive the foot into the bench. Squeeze that left glute. Hold. 3, 2, 1. Ease out. Good. We're going to use the sticks to help assist me in coming up. Bring my foot off the bench. Now we're going to switch sides. Okay. So left foot is forward. Top of right foot is back on the bench. Okay. I'm going to drop that right knee down. All right. In that same position here. Okay. Going to first drive the sticks to the floor, drive the top of the foot to the bench, tuck the pelvis, squeeze the right glute, hold. 3, 2, 1, ease off. So the reason why I'm doing short duration is because this is typically a pretty intense stretch here. Okay. So same thing, drive the sticks into the floor, drive the top of the foot into the floor, squeeze the right glute, drive those hips forward, hold, 3, 2, 1, ease off. Good, let's go 2 more here. Good. Drive the sticks down, top of the foot into the bench, squeeze that right glute, drive those hips forward, tuck that pelvis, hold, 3, 2, 1, ease off. Good, let's go one last time here, okay? Drive the sticks into the floor, top of the foot into the bench, squeeze that right glute, drive those hips forward, really take advantage of that stretch. 3, 2, 1, ease off. Good, use the sticks to come up off the bench, and perfect, good. And so now, I'm gonna move the bench out of the way. Actually, I'm going to bring it back. Sorry. So, what I'm going to do here is, from this position, I'm going to do a little bit of a hang here, right? So typically, we do a hang from a standing position, but I'm actually going to do it from a seated position. I'm going to work on stretching out that QL and dropping one hip down to one side, okay? So I'm going to take the stick, place it on my left side. I'm going to scooch my glute off the bench, okay? So I want my left butt cheek to be off the bench here. I'm gonna take my left hand, I'm gonna place it up as high as I can on the stick, and the stick is gonna be in relatively close to my side here, okay? Now what I'm gonna do from here is I'm simply gonna drop my left hip down, and I'm gonna get a hang here, okay? So what you should be feeling is the lat stretching, but also too, you're gonna get a little bit of the QL in the low back. Good, and I'm gonna come back up, bring that left hip back up. Excellent, I'm gonna reset myself, and then I'm gonna do it again. You can place the right hand on the stick as a means of support, okay? So drop that left glute down towards the ground, tilt the pelvis, hold. Good, bring that left hip back up. Let's go one last time here, okay? That left hand up, drop that left hip down. Good, hold. 3, 2, 1. Bring the left hip up and relax. So now we're gonna switch over to the opposite side, okay? So if you have like a lot of lower back tightness or a lot of tightness in this part of the hip, this is a really good stretch for that. So what I'm gonna do here, place my right hand up top, make sure my right glute is off the bench, okay? Reach up high as I can. I'm gonna drop that right hip down. Good, hold. Make sure you breathe, okay? 3, 2, 1. Ease up. Good. Reset yourself. Same thing again. Drop that right hip down. Reach up with that right hand. Hold. Good. 3, 2, 1. Bring that right hip back up. Excellent. We're going to do one more time here, okay? Right hand up. Good. Drop that right hip down. Hold. Three, 2, 1. Bring our right hip back up. Excellent. You want to relax? Okay, so now we're going to need a pad or pillow again. So now we're going to get into a little bit of a different hang here. So I'm going to start with my right knee down, okay? Good. And so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to place my right hand up top, okay, or as high as I possibly can. I want the stick to be angled out diagonally from my right hip because I'm actually going to be driving my right hip towards the bottom of the stick here, right? So I'm going to take my right hand up top, I'm going to place my left hand on the stick, again as a means of support, so that back leg, right, that back foot, you can have the top of the foot flat to the ground, so I'm plantar flexing or extending my ankle. So what I'm going to do from here, I'm going to start to drive my right hip towards the bottom of the stick, reaching up, hold, good. Now we're going to come out slowly. Excellent. Okay, let's go again. Reach out with that right hand. Left hand is on the stick for support. Okay, drive that right hip down towards the floor, towards the bottom of the stick. Hold. Get a really big stretch in the lateral lines here. Gonna come back up. Excellent. We're gonna go one more time here. Okay, and up, right hand up. Left hand on the stick, drive that right hip towards the floor. Good, hold. 3, 2, 1, come up. Excellent, now we're gonna switch sides, okay? So left knee down, right hip is forward. I'm gonna place my left hand up towards the top, okay? Place my right hand on the stick. Gonna drive that left hip down towards the floor, towards the bottom of the stick. Hold. Good. 3, 2, 1. Come back up. Excellent. We got 2 more here. Okay. Reach up with that left hand. Right hand is on the stick. Drive that left hip towards the bottom of the stick. So you're driving your hip diagonally, right? Your left hip diagonally towards that stick. 3, 2, 1. Come up. Excellent. We're going to go one more time here. Okay. Grab it with that left hand. Right hand on the stick. Good. And drive that left hip towards the bottom of the stick here. Hold. 3, 2, 1. Come up. Excellent. So what we're going to do here, we're going to work on stretching out the hamstrings for the last drill. So I'm going to switch knees. Okay. I'm going to have my left foot forward. What I'm going to do here, so the back foot, I'm on the big toes, okay, so I can maintain some balance. And the stick is on the right shoulder here, okay? And so what I'm going to do with my left foot is I'm going to place my left heel on the floor, okay? My ankle is going to be dorsiflex. I'm keeping a soft bend to my knee so I can make sure that I'm keeping that tension on the hamstring down on the back of my knee here. The bottom of the stick is angled about roughly close to a foot in front of my left heel, okay? What I'm going to do from here is I'm simply going to start to slide my hands down the stick, lightly driving my heel into the floor. Go until you get a good stretch in the heel. Hold. Come back up. Excellent. Good. Let's go through 2 more here, okay? Lightly drive that heel into the floor, left heel into the floor. Slide those hands down, driving those hips back. Hold. Breathe. 3, 2, 1. Back up. Excellent. Let's go one more here. Okay. Dorsiflex ankle. Drive the left heel into the floor. Right. Slide bend to the knee. Slide those hands down the stick. Hold. Good. 3, 2, 1. Slide those hands back up. Good. Now we're going to switch sides. Okay. So now I'm going to bring my left knee down. Right foot is going to be forward here. Okay. Stick is on my left shoulder. Right ankle is dorsiflex, toes up towards the ceiling. Okay. Hand to place on the stick. Slight bend to my right knee. Drive that heel into the ground lightly, about 15 to 20% tension. Now I'm going to start to hinge, driving my hips back, reaching down with my hands. Good. Hold. Breathe. 3, 2, 1. Back up. Excellent. Good. We got 2 more here. Okay. Keep the ankle dorsiflex. Drive that foot into the ground lightly. Drive the heel into the floor lightly. Pull in towards you. Good. Hinge. Drive those hips back. Hold. Good. Breathe. 3, 2, 1. Back up. Excellent. One last time here, okay? All right. Lightly drive that heel into the floor. Okay. Slide both hands down the stick. Reach. Hold. Three, 2, 1. Good. Slide back up. Ease off. And relax. Awesome, and that concludes today's live class. Thank you for tuning in today. Be sure to check out our YouTube where we have plenty of content and a lot of our classes online. And thank you all for tuning in. I hope everybody had a great class. See you next time.